Hey everyone, this is Judy with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. If you are new here, you picked a good video to start with because today I'm going to be doing a flip through, the first of my flip throughs of my 2020 planners. This is my catch-all planner for 2020. It got kind of fat because I do a lot of Franken planning. This is a set of classic size plastic discs that I have it on, and like it says here, this is my archive. This is just a cheap placemat I got probably at Dollar Tree or Walmart that I cut. It's big enough to make a front and a back cover out of. Just cut it and punched it, and this is where my months go. I have another one of these for 2021, and it's got all the months that aren't in my planner. So I have a transformer planner with 3 months, previous, current, and next. And so any months that are used in the past or future that need to go in, they reside in my archive. And then every month I do a move-in video. So without further ado, let's go ahead, and I haven't looked at these layouts in months. I have not gone back ahead of time and looked at these, so let's see what I was up to throughout the year. So like I said, I Franken planned a lot of planners together. I didn't go through and pick a date, a holiday for every day, but I did go through and pick the ones that seemed interesting and might make a good theme. I have, of course, family birthdays and whatnot. I just covered the back of this page with a piece of scrapbook paper and a big sticker and a coffee cup to match my January coffee cup. Here's my monthly for January. I went with a coffee theme. This is from the Planners Anonymous barista brunch kit. The washi tapes and the card and some different things. So here was my New Year's spread for 2020. So this would have been January 1st of 2020. And this actually was a piece of Christmas wrapping paper that we had balled up and was going in the garbage that I pulled back out and was like, I like doing metallics for New Year's, so I'm gonna use it, and so I did. And then these are little flip open note cards because I like to keep track of like what appetizers we had and just little memory cards. And you can see I was doing my little manicure stickers even way back then. So, and I got my kitties. This was back when I was doing kitties a little more often. This year I'm using the Cat Lady planner, so I'm definitely going to do kitties pretty much every day. Or every week, every spread. I was doing meal planning all the way back then. This was pre-COVID, so there are no fact of the day boxes. This was another coffee spread with more of the pieces and parts from the barista brunch kit from Planners Anonymous. This was we must have gotten snow, or maybe I was hoping for snow. Portland hotel. So this was before the shutdown, before the world went upside down. And this was a piece of some scrapbook paper that I used with some snowflakes on it. Looks like I used navy blue scrapbook paper for this one, and then I wrote in gel pen, and you can see it looks like it wasn't completely dry when I closed my pages on some of these. First few things starting to get canceled even clear back in January, it looks like, because remember, I live just south of Seattle, so there were cases here before the world shut down. Yeah, these are just notes about our canceled trip there. I think I know what this was. This was a trip down to Portland for me alone, because to meet one of my favorite keto authors and go to one of her book signings, and so I ended up canceling that. Just wasn't feeling it. Too much going on in the world. So here's the last week in January. So this is a few things. This sticker is from another Planners Anonymous kit. What was this one called? I forget. Something about baking. Baked with Love. But the rest of this stuff is just odds and ends that I have. I forget why I did a baking spread, but... And this was my February goals page. So I always write a few goals, of course any dates and birthdays, and then the rest is just encouragement. Love my seasonal planner. Trying my best to make the Cat Lady planner more seasonal for myself by printing out some vellum. Here is my Valentine's Day spread. Lots of metallic stickers and pink, and I got the sparkly here along the spine. And then first full week in February. I don't care for hot pink, but when you mix it with black, I really love it. It looks just about any color mixed with black as a monotone, I really, really like. Scrapbook paper this week. This is a heavy maroon cardstock, and then I used a metallic rose gold pen on it. For Valentine's Day, we did get away for a trip on this one, and we actually took the cats with us. This was one of their first road trips that they had to get used to, so I have lots of memory cards on here just talking about. This was actually my packing list for the cats. My husband and I have traveled extensively, but this was our first time for the boys, so they have their own kit, how they did sleeping in a strange environment. Yeah, so this was an interesting one. The trip actually went on into this week. We went to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So more drive. Actually, no, this was a separate trip. This one was to Leavenworth, and then this one was to Coeur d'Alene. So again, got a snowy theme. I noted the HP Spring Reveal. So for those of you wondering when the next round of Happy Planners is going to come out, it looks like in 2020 it came out on February 20th. So usually late February, early March. These were some pieces of scrapbook paper that I cut out. Some nice washi tape across the bottom. Oops. And then next we have my Mardi Gras spread. So for this one, I didn't have any Mardi Gras stickers. So these are all markers and highlighters that I used to draw, and then some metallic washi tape, and then just some clear black Happy Planner stickers that I put obviously over marker. But all of this is done with stencils and highlighters and like mild liners and markers. And then here's the end of March. So again, just 4 or 5 goals, whatever, birthdays and different things, and then some encouragement toward getting the goals done. So this is, since this is my catch-all planner, this is mostly household stuff. Cleaning, replacing, that kind of stuff. We got blackout curtains that we put up, so love blackout curtains because I like to sleep in. I'm a night owl, so. And then here's my March monthly spread. So got a little bit of Wrong and some other girls going on in here. Obviously, very St. Patrick's Day themed. Again, I'm a seasonal girl, so I love my holidays. Here was a spread about adopting your pets. So these are my boys. If you've watched my videos, you know that Jasper and Calcifer, the black one, they like to make some appearances in my spreads. So I just used I have the Canon Selfie. That's the one I used to print my little pictures of my boys. So, and they had vet appointments that week, so. And then here we go. Now we start seeing the canceled and rescheduled stickers. So this was the this was the spread when the world shut down. We actually were supposed to go on another road trip with the boys down to the Oregon coast, and we canceled that because at the time nobody knew how things were going to go And there were rumors that Washington State would shut its borders, and we were like, what if we're down in Oregon and we can't come home, and we've, you know, the boys are with us, the boys, Calcifer and Jasper, the kitties. So we just decided not to go. They didn't refund us, but they did let us reschedule. So we pushed it out as far as they would let us. So as of right now, it's at the end of July, which we never dreamed would still be a problem, but it seems like it is. This is also my first washi cat spread of the year. So if you've followed me on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere, you know, I'm kind of known for my washi cats. I came up with this idea as a way to use washi tape after looking at some different Pinterest ideas that inspired me. So there's the first rainbow washi cat spread. And I've got just some notes in here. My husband and I wonder if we had COVID clear back then, because he actually is an artist now, and had spent some time right up in the area where that very first nursing home cluster was, on a painting trip, and we both felt a little weird after that. So we probably will never know, but it's curious. Anyway, this was the week the world shut down. My world shut down anyway. Here is St. Patrick's Day. Again, more canceled and rescheduled stuff. More notes. Different things. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day week. We made one final trip down to see a family member to Beaverton, Oregon, but we turned right around and came back. We didn't take the boys. We just drove down, did what we needed to do, and came back. So April. So here is the very first time. Sorry, not April. March. Third week in March, Coronacation week 2. So that's what I started calling it. I think there was a challenge about inventing your own Corona-related holiday. So, you know, we canceled this trip this week, but this was the actual first week of the shutdown, which we dubbed Coronacation. So a coronavirus vacation, if you want to put a positive spin on it. Coronacation week 2. We called this COVID Coaster Day because this was the day the stock market almost crashed due to all the COVID stuff. It was very scary for us as engineers. For decades now, we've been paid with 401ks and different things, and so when the companies that we had worked for, when all their stocks started to cut in half or more, it was pretty darn scary. So this was the day that Governor Inslee put Washington on lockdown. The 2020 Olympics were postponed. So you can see why I started doing this. Was the first week of my fact of the day boxes, and they're quite interesting now that I'm looking at them. The 2020 Olympics were postponed. Prince Charles tested positive, and I can't believe I spelled Queen, Quween. I'm just now seeing that. Dyslexia at its finest. The question is now, do I grab a pen, because I use friction erasables, and fix it? There we go. Hope not the Queen. Let's see. 2 trillion stimulus is going to happen. Stock market likes that. It was back up. More cases in US than in China or Italy. Just that fast. Just that fast. The second week of the shutdown, and we already had more cases. They were talking about assigning grocery shopping days by alphabetical order of your last name. It was crazy, like crazy. And then this was my last holiday, quarantini weekend is what we called it, and people were sending me links to actual quarantini recipes. So I was not the only one coming up with this stuff. And then was our April. We actually were in the middle of a refinance on our house. Luckily it was all remote, so that was able to happen and finish. And then here's my spring, so lots of colors, was able to kind of match that. Here's our April, so another canceled. April showers bring May flowers. I went with a rain spread. This is another Planners Anonymous, more washi tape from Planners Anonymous for all of this stuff. So pretty. I love those colors. I forget what this one was called. Rainy Days. This one was called Rainy Days. So first week in April. I've got some of the cat. I just used this cat in my handwriting spread for National Handwriting Day, because it looks like a puddle here, but it looked like ink where I used it. So lots of rain clouds, so pretty. But again, more of my fact of the days. Washington stay-at-home order was extended when Starbucks went all mobile, which my husband and I were both engineers for Starbucks, so we actually pay quite a lot of attention to Starbucks being in the news. We both worked there at the corporate headquarters as project managers for more than a decade. So record high deaths. Wow, just lots of these fact of the days. If you haven't been doing them, I highly recommend it. They're amazing. More wash. These are actually washi bunnies, so I shaped their ears a little bit different to make Easter bunnies. More of my fact of the days. New hotspots in DC and Philly. Wuhan already had opened back up at this point. That's what that fact of the day says. So washi bunnies for Easter. Red spread. This was a strawberry spread. That's why all the red, and then I used a green pen. Lots of... Boris Johnson was recovering from COVID at this point. He'd already been infected and was recovering. This was a citrus spread I did, again with my fact of the day boxes. Singapore opened too soon and had to close, had a second wave and had to close back up. This was when there were rumors that Michelle Obama might run for with Biden as his VP pick. I love these fact of the days. I really do. End of April, beginning of May. This was an 80s. This was, what was this one called? That's so 80s. This was another Planners Anonymous kit. Rubik's Cube. My sisters and I were obsessed with Rubik's Cubes when we were kids. Here we were already starting to ease lockdowns. Boy, was that a mistake. And then there's my goals page for the end of May. I'm sorry, end of April, beginning of May. Lots of flowers. So April showers bring May flowers. Here's a May kind of floral spread. These are all from the Northern Lights Planners Anonymous kit. Here was a green May the 4th be with you. So we're big Star Wars and Star Trek fans, but the challenge for this one was a May the 4th spread. So I have original Yoda and baby Yoda, and I just traced these and colored them in myself and then cut them out. Just normal lightweight paper, not stickers or anything. More fact of the day boxes. Lots of green. And then this was I was using these. This is a little pad of note paper that I used for my fact of the day boxes that I got in Japan. And I just was trying to go with a calming color. And then again, here's lots of monotone spreads. I was going off of the florals that were already on the page. Love that. Peachy, so pretty. Sad to hear a rumor that Joann's may go under. Luckily that never happened. Here's another Rainbow May spread. So I was doing rainbow florals on this one. End of May, beginning of June. So I get into some sunnier spreads here. There's my June. I just went with the colors on the page. This one really didn't get decorated a whole lot. There's some fruit, but that's about it. It's gonna be okay. We're still waiting. This was some blue ombre scrapbook paper that I did for an Under the Sea spread. So I've got, these are mercats. So you take the mermaid sticker, you cut the top off, and then you stick a cat on top. So these are the first appearance this year of my mercats, and I have this mercat washi tape, which I still have trouble wrapping my brain around because cats don't like water. So mercats, the whole idea is ludicrous. Okay, this was the Black Lives Matter black and white spread I did. I actually had planned a different spread for this week, but absolutely wanted to do a Black Lives Matter spread. This was one of my top 10 spreads according to Instagram Insights. Actually, I think this might have been my #1 spread. So I took just blackout paper and I ripped it so it would have a white edge. You rip up instead of down. I've actually got a dashboard layout video that talks all about that. And then just some florals layered over black and white boxes for still my fact of the days. And then just a bunch of quotes. Maya Angelou, Oprah Winfrey, Simone Biles. I tried to pick mostly women. Michelle Obama for my quotes. I Can't Breathe, Eric Garner. This was a very, very powerful spread, and I'm glad I did it. This was a Summer Nights spread. So again, another piece of scrapbook paper, and I just used gel pens and some sparkle metallic pens to draw my bugs on here. The moon was already on there. I just added a little sparkle to it. Father's Day. Still with my fact of the day boxes. I don't have time to be reading through all of these, or this video would be an hour, 2 hours long. So this was my birthday. My birthday is June 23rd. My absolute favorite color combination of all time is this sage green and this soft peachy pink. And so I decided I was going to somehow do that color combination for my birthday. So there are pages underneath. You can just barely see them. And this is called mulberry paper. It's a handmade paper in Japan that's got little pieces of dried flowers woven into the paper. So it's very delicate. It's like a tissue paper. I basically stuck that on top of the pages so that the pages would show through. You can see the grid. And then I just used that every place I wanted to write something. I made sure to place a sticker so I wasn't actually writing on the mulberry paper. I need to do more of these spreads. That was so gorgeous. And that's the end of June. So July, of course, red, white, and blue. And then this was Sail and Sea Kit from Planners Anonymous. So you see a theme here. I use Planners Anonymous a lot in my monthlies. I just love them. They're so pretty. We also celebrate, since we always adopt our animals, we don't know exactly what day they were born, so we celebrate Gotcha Day, which is the day we got them from whatever adoption agency we went through. So that was Jasper's Gotcha Day, July 3rd. So here we go. This spread is all about my Jasper, who you guys have seen before, and I did a little journaling card, and I asked my husband. My husband and I both wrote notes in here as little memories. That's my Jasper. This was my 4th of July spread, so again, this is just navy blue paper. It had nothing on it, and I used sparkle pens to draw the grid and the fireworks. I love how this spread turned out. It's so pretty. I'll probably do this again, something similar to this year for 4th of July. It's kind of my tradition. And then here we change it up quite a bit. We go with some florals. Actually, not florals. This is just pastel. This is a free printable kit I found on Pinterest that had watercolor fruit in pastel colors. That I had sitting in my stash for a long time that I finally used. Again, with the pastels, this was an ice cream themed one, and I was going for matching the ice cream cone to the swishy for my fact of the day, so that it would look like the ice cream cone was melting. late in July. So this was a popular one. This is the Stargazer, I think the original Stargazer, and I took all those florals and kind of did an ombre across, a rainbow ombre. This was also another really popular one on Pinterest. I'm sorry, on Instagram. Still with my Fact of the Day boxes. This, I believe this was a bit of a release, and this is my list of stuff that I wanted and where it was available, and if I ended up getting it or not. I always put those in, do my list when there are big reveals. This was a beach spread. I colored in this part to try to look like beach. It turned out more orangey yellow than brown, so not all of my spreads are a success. I didn't really care for this one. And it's not because of the hourly lined. I definitely wanted to try to show that basically this is just a vertical with a few more lines, and you can overlap the lines. I mean, you don't have to follow the lines. I love the Squad Girls. And that's the end of July. Here's August. Beautiful citrus. Definitely the heat of summer at this point. This is another Planners Anonymous kit. This was Love Bug? Yeah, Love Bug. Love the washi tape. And I think I laminated covers for this. This was before I started my YouTube channel. All of this is before I started my YouTube channel. So did I say... Yeah, August. So this was a Summer Nights theme. This is scrapbook paper, and I used stencils and white jelly roll to put all the numbers and everything on here, and then I just used more jelly rolls and metallic sparkle pens to draw the fairies in. The stars and the dots, a lot of that was already on the page. The flowers were on the page. I drew the moon and the numbers and the fairies. And I tried to make them look like they were standing on the flowers and laying on the flowers, that kind of thing. I think it turned out pretty well. It was a lot of work though. I don't do spreads this labor intensive very often. Until Halloween. This was a bumblebee spread. Again, another Planners Anonymous kit. Loved it. I don't like yellow. Yellow and orange are probably my least favorite colors. I like peach, but I'm not a yellow person. But this was, again, a monotone spread, a color mixed with black. I almost always can work into a way that I really enjoy it. So, and I did really enjoy this one. And here we go. Yellow 2 weeks in a row. Wow. This was more Planners Anonymous. Again, this was the kit that was available at Joann's. You did not have to order this. This was one of the Joann's boxes. And this was actually from the notebook paper pad. And I cut out the corners of it and stuck them on here, and then augmented with some of the other stickers that were in the kit. These are from the kit. The washi tape's from the kit. That is pretty washi tape. This was a back to school spread. I don't have any kids that were going back to school, but I can see the high school from my the back of my house. It's across a little valley, and so I'm always aware when the kids are going back to school, plus our neighbors. So I wanted to go ahead and do a back to school spread. So this is just black paper, and I used a wooden grain washi tape, and then I wanted it to look like a chalkboard, so I put white gel pen on here, and then while it was still wet, I smeared it with my finger to kind of get this erased chalkboard look. I think it turned out pretty well. I did the same thing here. I kind of drew my boxes and then rubbed the gel pen while it was still wet to kind of smear it and make it look like chalk. So that was a fun one. You don't have to be, have kids going back to school to still have fun with the theme. So Hello September. This is our anniversary month, September. My husband and I were married in September 13th of 1997, so still happy, celebrating every year. So, and it's also heralds the beginning of fall. So for many of us, I know fall is one of our favorites. Really enjoyed doing the fall spread for my monthly. Here again, I used the hourly layout, and I used the newest of the Squad Girl books, and I had a classic book and a mini book, which I thought would be easy peasy to combine, and they're so not. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. Get a drink of water there. These colors are very subtly different between the classic size and the mini. I don't know why they did that. It's to drive us all nuts, I guess, because you think that the blues are going to match, and then they're just slightly different. Or these two greens. I mean, there's like 600 shades of every color in these two books combined, which I have to say is why I probably haven't used the books since, because it took forever. Here is a beautiful floral spread I did for our anniversary. So again, I wanted to do a really special, beautiful spread. These are florals that I got from Daisy May Plans. She had an Etsy shop, and I had just discovered her, and I loved her stuff. She unfortunately fell off the radar not too long after this, and her shop closed, and so far as I know, nobody's heard from her. Rumor was that she had fallen ill with COVID, and I still, unfortunately, it's been months and have not heard from her. Her social medias have all been silent, so just really hoping that she's doing okay, because these are some of the most beautiful florals I have ever been able to lay my hands on, and I had many orders with her that unfortunately, like I said, I hope she's doing okay. I hope someday she can come back, because her stuff is beyond gorgeous. Anyway, I did get the chance to experience her and get to use some of her stuff, so yeah, I should have put a memory card in here. I'm just realizing this is exactly the kind of time I would have used a memory card to write down. Looks like we had lobster for our anniversary. Yeah, this was the beginning of the wildfires, which I'll get to that. We had a heck of a time. The wildfires almost got to us. Yeah, this was actually, now that I'm reading, this was when we lost power. And we came within a quarter mile of being evacuated from our house. That was crazy scary, and we didn't even know, because our power was out. A transformer had blown and started the fire. We had no power, we had no cell phone service, because the transformer and the cell phone tower both were out. So we actually got an emergency band radio that you can hand crank to charge after that, because I just happened to be talking to a neighbor, and they're like, yeah, see that glow right over there at the end of our street? That's the wildfire coming for us, and we're just waiting to be evacuated. So that was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Luckily, we had already road tripped with the kitties. We still had their box packed, so we would have been able to leave quickly, but wow, so scary. I forgot all about that. See, fact of the day. Here was, this was a Facebook contest that the challenge for this was no stickers. So, but washi tape was allowed, no stickers. So I took my pages and I did my washi cats. I did all of these by hand. I colored them in with mild liners, outlined them with Sharpie fine liners. These are all like mild liners and other highlighters to make my boxes. I did all the leaves by hand. This was a fun spread. And I actually had a ton of time to work on it, because I was working on this spread while we had no power. So as long as I had daylight shining in my windows, I could work on it. And I won, by the way. I did win that champion round. It was the winners round of previous week's winners. So I guess that makes me grand champion. I retired after this, so the contest is still going on, but I don't participate anymore. And then a fall spread. So again, this is a Planners Anonymous kit. The washi tape here, and this green, and this washi tape. This was the second fall kit. I've been a Planners Anonymous subscriber for more than a year now. So this was the Woodland Wonders fall kit. Loved it. And I believe I want to say my October spreads, I did coordinating fall kits. These are Post-it notes actually that came with the kit. So you can use anything. This is just a little Post-it note pad. This was the bonus item that month in the Woodland Wonders kit. And I just stuck them down and used them as my Fact of the Day boxes. Super cute. This sticker says leftovers, but it was actually, our microwave was turning itself on and I was afraid it was going to burn the house down. So we had to get a new microwave. And then this was, so that was the end of September. This does not belong here. Into the beginning of October. I love my seasonal planner. Had so much fun. Here's my October monthly. It must be November where I did the Planners Anonymous kits. Obviously this is a Halloween theme. So I was using the stick girls. Like these are the moms and they're watching their little kids go up and trick or treat in the little haunted neighborhood here. So these are the tiny ones that are off in the distance. So first week in October, this was a coffee themed spread with some coffee, scrapbook paper, coffee cups for the days of the week. I just put date stickers over top of coffee cups. And then this is scrapbook paper. I actually took a little, like a shot glass, and I painted with watercolors around the rim of the shot glass and then stamped it on the scrapbook paper to make these coffee rings. I'm sorry, the sticker paper, and then just cut them out and used them like they were normal stickers for my Fact of the Day box. And my cat bucks. This was a candlelight spread for a challenge. So it's dark sticker paper, scrapbook paper that actually has the candles pre-printed on them. And then since it had the foil already printed on it, I went just with the foil and used white gel pen to draw my to-do boxes. So cute. Here is, so this, I launched my YouTube channel around October 1st. So this was the last spread that I don't have a plan with me for. This is actually one of my very first videos on YouTube. And fun fact, my YouTube videos are all color coded. So if it's if the splash screen has a green swish, if the thumbnail is a green swish, then that is a catch-all video. Purple is dashboard, blue is wellness, gray is monthly or yearly. So this video has gray. We'll have gray. Pink is unboxings. Red is plan with me. Yellow is recipe. So they're color coded. It's pretty easy to figure out. This was Halloween washi cats. So this was not something I planned on doing, but everybody wanted to see what a Halloween washi cat spread would look like. So there you go, Halloween washi cats. And these Fact of the Days were purposely used to look like little gravestones at the bottom. Super cute. And then this is my zombie candy corn blackout spread. So again, no stickers. This is all stencils and gel pens. There is a plan with me for this. You can see me drawing my zombie candy corns in fast forward. I stressed out about filming this spread so much, guys. I was brand new to doing plan with me's and I didn't know how well it was going to work, and it turned out really, really super cute. So I've got my little gravestone, and I show how to make these just with a hexagon stencil. They're super, super easy. But I've got my gravestone, to-do lists, and Fact of the Day boxes. So much fun. And then here was my Halloween spread. So I wanted to have the little kids in their costumes trick-or-treating. So this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that already had this part, and then I added this part. And I only drew the top row of boxes. And these are supposed to be lollipops as my Fact of the Day boxes. So I just cut out circles and then used a highlighter to do the swirly on them. And these were obviously two triangles in a circle. This is supposed to look like a big wrapped piece of candy. And then coming up, Calcifer's Gotcha Day in November. So here's November. So this was all about making my Thanksgiving turkey. So this is another Planners Anonymous kit. This is called, what was this one called? Sunday Roast. So all of these pieces, the washi tape, this is all out of the Planners Anonymous kit. And my Thanksgiving week spread is also out of that kit. So here was the election week. So these florals were again from Daisy May Plans. And then I printed the stickers to go with. And of course, you should all recognize the Happy Planner sticker here. I printed my football stickers myself. Just a generic fall spread. You should recognize lots of Happy Planner stickers. And this is just scrapbook paper boxes that I layered. This was a fun one I did where I used, I think these are from the Faith book, and I had seen some stuff on Instagram about, or Facebook, about using oddly shaped boxes, so I wanted to show how you could use oddly shaped boxes for my Fact of the Days. And then here's Thanksgiving week. So again, I used the Planners Anonymous Sunday Roast kit. This is actually washi tape that the way they made it, you can roll it across and match it up and stack it and make it nice and wide. So this is supposed to look like a kitchen backsplash with the stuff on the shelves in front of it. And then here's my memory card, what we had, and thoughts on the meal and stuff. So next year I can look back at what we ate and what my notes were, what I would want to change. And then this was actually a separate video I did, my turkey plan. So if you've never, I figured a lot of people would be cooking turkeys for the very first time this year because of COVID and the shutdown. And a lot of people don't know that, you know, a turkey is a big giant ice cube, right? And you have to take it out of the freezer several days in advance and move it to your fridge so that it can thaw completely. So I put together my turkey plan that was everything I was going to do in the days I was going to do it on. So, and that's the end of November, and then December. So of course I have my my winter Christmassy monthly layout. And then this started the fun month of different Fact of the Day boxes. So I actually went online and found free, these were for little kids to color in, these sweater shapes. And I just printed them out and cut them out with a pair of scissors. This isn't sticker paper, I don't think. This was just regular paper that I used tape runner glue down, and I used different markers to color it in to kind of match the other stickers. I think this was a sweater themed spread. So I even had the little puppy dog from the Happy Planner winter book with a sweater and a cat with a sweater. This was my Hanukkah spread. So again, just very, very dark scrapbook paper that had a somewhat seasonal feeling print on it. And then I used an old makeup sponge, and I used a metallic silver Sharpie and just kind of rubbed it. I would put Sharpie on the sponge and then just kind of rubbed it to make feel like the candles here were glowing. And then my little boxes, my Fact of the Day boxes, are these candles. But again, if you're super curious, you can see this. There is a plan with me for this because this was well after I started my YouTube channel. And then this was my Christmas ornaments for Fact of the Day. And my favorite washi tape of all time, the little kitties across the bottom. And I cannot give you a link to get this. I got this on a business trip in Japan at a little stationery store. I didn't get it anywhere online, unfortunately. And then here was my vintage Christmas spread for the week of Christmas. So this is just a North Pole themed newspaper print scrapbook paper that I used a bunch of vintage stickers on, and this is from the Planners Anonymous Christmas kit. So cute. So is this sticker, and my memory card, again what we ate, and just other fun things. My Fact of the Day boxes, and that is it, because New Year's Day week is in my next planner. So wow, that took a lot longer than I thought it would, you guys. If you made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at my 2020 catch-all spreads. Look for another 1 or 2 videos. I'll for sure do my social media dashboard planner, and I may do my wellness planner. We'll see. That's so full of personal thoughts, I'm not sure about that one. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this video. I hope it gets you excited to do your own fact of the day boxes and keep planning in your planner in 2021. Let's make it a good year. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.